And now, for your listening pleasure,
I was lying in bed, all confused. I'd been confused for days. I was feeling like a huge imposter in my life, and darn it, I didn't like it at all. I'm Carolyn Sanic, life coach, author, high-value woman. This is my podcast, Thrive, where 365 days a year, you can hear me giving thriving advice. You can hear the dog walking around on my hardwood floors, too. She's telling me it's dinner time. So, question, have you ever felt like an imposter? I looked it up, as in imposter syndrome, and I didn't fit the description, but I still couldn't settle on what I wanted to do moving forward in my career. Then, lo and behold, my soul opened up, and I knew the steps I needed to take. I knew I was like, well, yeah, I'm really good at that. And I tucked it away several years ago, and I left it in the dust. Oh, and Rosie's talking too. She wants to be heard on the podcast. I listened to a Zoom call from the AARP for people over 50 who were looking for a side gig or a new career. And the commentator asked us what we had been good at in our lives. It took me 3 days. That's it. It took 3 days for me to realize how I could turn something I was confused about into something I know I'm good at. And it would take some work, but I'm excited and I'm relieved. I own the equipment to make it work. Thankfully, with all my moves, I held on to things. And over the next several weeks, I plan to organize it all so then I can cannonball in and get everything lined up. I always sound as if I'm preaching, but I had to allow everything that I had learned to percolate within the regions of my soul so my soul could spit it back out at me. I've been sitting in a 9-day course, a master class of listening to superstar women who have improved their lives. In fact, I am on overload, but my soul stepped in and took one piece out of the confusion and set me on the path. I'm not ready to join the coaching program associated to this. I need to get my ducks in a row first. But I firmly believe one should line them up and then push the button. For me, that's how it works. More on this tomorrow. Again, I'm Carolyn Sanic, life coach, author, high-value woman. This is my podcast, Thrive. Thank you all so much for listening, and that is a wrap.